I've been here a few days now. Brought all my animals, as I said I was going to do. I made up for not going in the pool for the first couple of days by going in an hour and 40 minutes. Two nights ago, and then last night for 2 hours. Like I said, that 2 nights ago, it was an hour and 40 minutes in, and I had planned on staying a little longer, but some guy who wasn't a kid, but who was young enough to be my kid, decided to just sit at the edge of the pool where the steps are, where the shallow end is, where I was in the shallow end exercising, and stare at me blatantly, not even discreetly. I've been watching my shows, my Inside Edition. I've been missing World News Tonight because in lieu of, I want to go in the pool, so in lieu of watching World News Tonight, I've been going in the pool. But Inside Edition is on again at 11:30, 11:35. So I've been going down in the lobby when there's no one there. I chit-chatted with the front desk guy last night who was male, and told him about that guy leering at me, and he's like, well, you could say something about that. I'm like, it's not against the law for men to stare at women on the beach or in a pool area or anywhere. So I'm like, no, I wouldn't bother, but I did feel uncomfortable because in this day and age, weird things, like things you wouldn't expect to happen even in public places, even in broad daylight. There's a woman on Inside Edition it's gone viral that she's screaming, no, whatever. It's in California, but it's in broad daylight. This car pulls up next to her in broad daylight and decides to smash her window. And it's not even somebody who's walking or something. It's someone in a car who just pulls up next to her and smashes the window and tries to grab her purse, and she fights. And she was apparently listening to Beyonce's new album, and it's gone viral because, it's like a happy album compared to this woman screaming, no, and it's kind of, to me, it's indicative of life itself. The Good Doctor killed off a beloved character, Astra, in a violent crime on The Good Doctor. Shocking. But in The Good Doctor the last week was, something so true. Man plans, God laughs, There's this much older man who thinks he's going to be dying soon, and people assume, oh, the much younger woman who's with him is a gold digger. It turns out it's not true. She's in her 30s. He's probably in his 70s. Who cares? I don't know. But in the end, she's the one we find out has stage, that she's going to die like in a couple of months. She has cancer that's ravaged her body. So people assume that they couldn't possibly be in love because he's so much older than her, and that she's just after his money because he has money. And in the end, it's a twist around. It's a twist around where he's going to probably live, and she's going to die young. It's ravaging her body. And like I said, in a savage, vicious crime, he gets killed. He's dead. It's the final season of The Good Doctor, and we'll get to see the people who loved him just fall apart, devastated. That'll be this week. hotel TV has the major things on. You know, like it just doesn't have my Inside Edition on. So it even has World News Tonight on. It just doesn't have my Inside Edition. So I have to watch that downstairs in the lobby. The work's going okay on my home. The woman from church, not church woman who's been, in my life for, God, a decade now. I've never not said she would give you the shirt off her back, and she's so kind. I just said, she can be bossy and pushy and annoying sometimes, because it's true, to the point where I've even recently had to say, it's not your business. Like, I know it's not my business, blah, 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 blah. She can't help it. But no, it isn't your business. Okay? So good to me. But anyway, I went with the other one, and she visited my mom with me, so that was nice. We visited for a couple hours. She hadn't seen my mom since my mom's doing so much better. House is going okay. My contractor did something that without asking my permission, that I was not happy about. Today I texted him and left him a voicemail, I won't know if you do this, but I don't believe in it, so please don't do it again. I've never been one to, I know it's paranoid, but I don't care. I don't want keys. I don't want my house key. I've never left my house key. I know people do it. People, if they want someone to come over, whatever, they'll leave their house key hidden somewhere outside. I don't believe in doing that. I don't like it. And when that unexpected, the fourth in less than a year, burst pipe, leaking pipe, burst pipe, what have you. Because remember, it was last September. We're only in April. It was last September I found the first one, purely apparently by chance, because as it turned out, underneath my vanity that was completely everything was all replaced 5 or 6 years ago. I keep saying 5, but it might be 6. You don't know what's going on under the vanity. It's all attached to the wall. It's impossible to know what's going on under the vanity. And what was happening under the vanity that I just suspected, because I'm paranoid, was really happening. But I thought it was happening from the other leak, because it was bulging in front of my vanity, which is why I went out back and heard all the water. Nope, totally separate. Different pipe leaking, ruining under my vanity that's put in brand new 5, 6 years ago. That whole floor, everything. The whole bathroom was done 5 or 6 years ago, including under that vanity. But totally ruined under there. Totally ruined. So, and the pipe has to be repaired. So, when my contractor comes to my home, he doesn't come till later in the day, okay? Well, I don't think he was going at all that day or whatever, but it doesn't matter. You think those 3.5 weeks, those men were at my house every single day. Give me a break. If there was a holiday, probably they didn't go on Sundays. You don't go every single day, okay? You say up front the estimate what the job will take, and that's it, okay? Sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes less. If it takes more, I need permission to stay here longer. I tell him and anyone else it's not a vacation. I'm making the best of it. It is not a vacation. I don't have a computer available to me. It's not a vacation. Maybe if I had a computer available to me, a laptop or whatever, but it's not a vacation. They have computers that, for whatever fucking reason, decided to not work for me. Worked the first night and then stopped. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm not really big on using the public computers anyway. I will in the library. But bottom line is, the pool's fine, but it's not a vacation. It's a means to an end. Anyway, the plumber had to come back an unplanned trip because nobody knew there was going to be another leaking pipe. That again, technically I can be charged for that. That's up in the air too. Like, I have no money, you know, if you want me to pay your plumber, we'll see if he asks for more money. He shouldn't. You're paying him a shitload. Seriously. What I know he's doing there and how long it took him to take everything apart and then he's getting paid a shitload, so perhaps he won't ask for more money from my contractor. I don't know. Fact is, he had to make a special trip, and my contractor left the key hidden for him, and I don't like that. My contractor had already done it when I talked to him, and he told me what's going on. So now I don't want him doing it again. He's going to be he's getting close to, I guess, he's getting close to being finished, but he's having a rug installer. He doesn't install rugs, and I thought he was going to do our bathroom top floor since he did our kitchen top floor. But apparently, for whatever reason, he's not. He's had somebody, so I have a right as a homeowner to say, all right, I know you're plumber, okay, that you left my key and then had him hide the key and leave it again. I don't like that. I don't believe in that, especially in this day and age. I've never done it. I don't like it, period. I don't like it. I have a right to not like it. Maybe I'm being paranoid, doesn't matter. Please don't do it again with strangers to me. You might know them, I don't. I knew your plumber. Please don't do it. As in, don't be, you work one night and they're going to come and you weren't planning to come till the afternoon because you don't have much done left and you're going to leave them the key and then they're going to leave you the key. Don't do it again. As my friend, don't do it. I'm smart. I'm like, I won't know if you do it. I'm asking you as my friend to not do it. Okay? He did it that first time, didn't ask me. Okay? Will that change how I feel about him? No. I genuinely like him. Nothing short of something egregious would change how I feel about him. I genuinely like him. Okay? It's not a thing where he's annoying some, but I tolerate him. No, I genuinely like this person. And, but who knows if he genuinely likes me. People, especially when you're hiring someone and they make money off of you, people can be pretending, okay? I hope he genuinely likes me. But I got burned in a different kind of similar. I got burned over a year ago. And it was by someone I'd known a lot longer. And it broke my heart and it hurts. So, because I have a tendency to believe nobody will like me. So if I try to smother that down and be like, don't be like that, Laura. This person does like you. Look, they share things with you. They've given you rides in their car. And people can pretend, especially if they're making money off of you. So I hope my contractor genuinely likes me. I genuinely like him. Him doing this whole key thing and leaving it outside for his plumber to come back because he wasn't planning on coming back that day at all, or only coming back later in the day, and the plumber needed to go early in the morning since it was an unplanned thing, and my contractor couldn't finish his work. I get it. But as the homeowner, he didn't ask my permission, and I don't like keys hidden outside. Home keys, I don't like it. And I definitely do not want him to do it with men he's hiring who I've never met. He might know them, but I don't. I don't know. He had talked about a rug guy, but I told him, if you can't be there to supervise, at least go and let them in. Let them in, and if you're not going to be there and supervise, at least be there part of the way and go back and get the key, and don't have anybody I don't know having my key and hiding my key outside and being responsible for that, or I'm going to be upset. Did I say that in the voicemail? No. I just said, you didn't ask permission. I'm asking you as my friend to not do it again. And don't do it again. Don't even do it with your plumber. I didn't say that, but it's implied. It's implied. You didn't ask my permission. I don't like it. And I definitely don't want you to do it with men I haven't met. I would prefer you be there the entire time instead of, but at least go there and let them in. Do not leave the key the night before for them to find and put for you for the next day or whatever. I'll be really unhappy. I won't know if he does it. That's the thing. I hope that he doesn't. He shouldn't have done it in the first place. He shouldn't have. Sorry, he shouldn't have. If he wasn't going to be there that day, he should still get his ass over there to let the plumber in. He shouldn't have left the key. I don't like that. I don't think he would do that with or maybe, I don't know, if it wasn't somebody new like me. It's just, you shouldn't do that. You're going to be responsible if, God forbid, somebody does break into my home, or they see the plumber leaving the key, hiding it for you, or you hiding, you know what I mean? Now, granted, he didn't do it like people did it in the olden days or on the movies and TV where you see him, they put it under the front mat. But still, I mean, I know no one's going to find it, but you never know. If people know people are working there, they could be spying. You just don't know what happens in this day and age. You just don't know. These two moms in Kentucky or Oklahoma, I don't know, they were just going to pick up their children. There's some kind of custody battle going on. I don't know, but it could be a coincidence. They were going to pick up kids together. One of their kids at the grandma's house, and they've been missing for 6 days. It's foul play. They're probably dead. It could be a coincidence. It could have to do with the custody battle with one of the parents' ex-husbands or whatever. I don't know. The fact is, things happen all the time bad. The whole thing with women being sucker punched in New York City, and then the men who are doing it get released like that. And one of the women, she's going to have permanent damage to her jaw, and what's going to stop them from doing it again to different women or the same women when they just get released like that, and they know it. I was talking about that with the front desk guy in the middle of the night, because Inside Edition's on 11:35 to 12:05, and then I was talking about other stuff. And by the time I got up here to my room, it was almost like 1 o'clock, I think. I'm taking a break from the pool, though. I'm taking a break from the pool. I did 1 hour, 40 minutes, and then I did 2 whole hours yesterday. Yesterday, a family was there for almost the whole time I was. They were there for a long time. Little kids were swimming, little girls, and with little things on them. I got splashed once, didn't like that. I'm wearing my glasses. It's still some chlorine. Chlorine's not good for you. The first night here, it wasn't the first night I was here, but the first time I took a bath, it was all yellow. And I'm like, that's how their water is? That's kind of weird. I even tried, letting it out and doing it again. It was still yellow. I needed to take a bath. I wouldn't know it was yellow if I was taking a shower. I'd have no clue. But then I took a bath last night, and it wasn't yellow. So apparently that's not normal. Something was weird going on. I don't know. All I know is that's not good for my skin soaking in. Neither is all the chlorine, but you balance fun with danger. I was talking about all that stuff on Inside Edition among this tonight, all the bad things with the front desk guy. And then he was talking about, the woman being sucker punched. He was aware of that. He wasn't aware of everything I was talking to him about. But then he's like, yeah, and people, you shouldn't wear those headphones. You should only have them in one ear. And I'm like, I know I do, though. I'm not living in New York City, but you know what I mean? I take my chances. I boss my music, and everything's a risk. I wouldn't be doing it if I lived where women were getting sucker punched. Okay. And you could say, well, you're not completely safe anywhere. Well, I know. I know. I'm not going to let anyone do anything to me, though. I mean, I'm not going to just, I'll fight if someone, knee them in the groin or scratch their eyes out or whatever. And I don't go out at night. But depression is dangerous too. Okay? If I wasn't able to blast my tunes in my ears, I would be miserable all the time. Anytime I was out in the world, I'd be miserable, and that matters too. That matters too. I can't even imagine it. Like I told him, I've been doing it for decades. Decades I've been walking around with either, it used to be a Walkman, and then it graduated to an MP3 player. It was a Walkman when MP3 players didn't exist. Oh, it briefly graduated to a friggin' CD player, but those are awful. CDs cost $15 each, and they're even more, and then they break too easily. So maybe CD players break too easily too, but the CDs break so fast it's ridiculous. It's too much of an expense. And that's probably why people designed MP3 players. The fact is, I don't walk at night. I do blast my music in my ears. And I take that risk. Other people take other kinds of risks. People climb mountains and sometimes they fall to their deaths. People, all kinds of things. Today I'm taking a break from the pool, from anything. I'm actually going to try to fast. Just have a gallon of water. I watched Jurassic World. For like how many times have I seen that? Aside of the movies, of course. I've seen it. I can watch those movies over and over again. And I know what's going to happen. I like them. Trying to keep plant alive. It's hard to know because I had a system going at home where I pour a whole giant thing of water into plant and then I dump it all into the sink, So it's hard to know. You can overwater a plant or underwater it, I talk to it and I'm like, please don't die on me, plant. I've kept you alive for several months. I don't know if I dreamt about Omar, but I was thinking about Omar. Because again, he didn't just die peacefully in his sleep. He died in a terrifying manner to him and to me. He died in my, essentially in my arms, or he might have been already dead. But the fact is, he died while crying. He died next to me when I didn't know I was getting ready to. Yeah, I genuinely like my contractor. I genuinely, really, really like him. That's why I will not meet his friend. I don't think I'm gonna have to meet his friend because I was gonna have to. I didn't want anyone to touch my baby. But when that guy came over, the one who ended up with a nail in his eye, glad I wasn't there when that happened. Seriously. one point he was saying to me, like, where is so-and-so? Why isn't he here? I'm doing his job. He should be. He helped take everything down, but then, I don't know, it's weird. The stuff you'd think my contractor would have brought with him before even coming for the day, he didn't. And then he had to go back out, and he also, I guess, had to go and get money to pay his the plumber, and I don't know. I just know that um, they, before I even knew what they were doing, they picked up the entire table, my extended hard drives, everything. All they did was unplug and put it all intact in my mom's room, the whole table, everything. So if that's the case and somebody else puts it back, not me, I would have had to undo everything because I had to carry one piece at a time. They were two men who picked up everything at once, so then I can do that. I can plug stuff in. If it all had to be unhooked, I didn't know how to hook it back up because it's attached to this and that or whatever. But basically, they just transferred it intact to my mom's bedroom. So if you put it back like that, it won't be him. It'll have to be if my contractor can get someone else, I haven't asked him. I don't know if he got someone else to help him. He originally planned to do it himself. So, but he knew he needed help. I can't help him with the bed. It's just too heavy. He even said to me when he's like, what is this, waterlogged? It's not waterlogged. It's a latex relax mattress that I believe weighs 150 pounds. I warned you about that because you didn't understand when you're like, can't you help me move it? No, I can't. That thing is heavy. I can barely budget this much just to get it out of the wall to get the bottom sheet on it. The fitted sheet. Even that's a bitch. No, it doesn't move. It doesn't budge. It's extremely heavy. I remember it being 150 pounds. It's at least 100. I think it's 150. I really think it's 150 pounds, that mattress. So that is what's going on. I listen to some same songs and some different. The Pool. I listen to all the Theory of Deadman that I have. It isn't all that I ever purchased. My Walkman's full. It won't fit any more songs on it. So I had to take different ones off, put them on. At least I figured out how to do that. I used to not be able to do that, but if you go through the computer and then through devices and whatever and do it that way, you can do it easily. So I did all the Theory of a Deadman, the new ones, Ambulance, Dinosaur, and Medusa Stone, and Gentleman, Loser. I think that's it. Not sure. I did Wanting Waiting. I did Beyond. I did 37 Stitches. I did Give Me That Boom again. I did Bite Down. These are the ones I listened to.